perplexity of plenty for these dusky sons of Ham. Let us now take a look at each of these conditions and determine what understanding we can get from them. Let me start with the statement, civilized greed has robbed the black man of industrial incentive, and now he is told to help himself. Comes the question, what is civilized greed? Greed is an excessive desire or lust, which is usually uncontrollable, to acquire or possess more than one needs or deserves, especially more material wealth. It is a reprehensible acquisitiveness or an insatiable desire for wealth. It drives one to engage in whatever activities are necessary to achieve or satisfy this desire. The result of exercising this drive to acquire and accumulate more things is the erosion of values that builds and uplifts the soul of man. Greed breeds dishonesty. Greed breeds unscrupulous behavior. Greed breeds unethical behavior. Civilized greed is activities of greed that is sanctioned by a society. Civilized greed is evidenced by the loss of moral rectitude within that society. And that, brothers and sisters, is the key. All right? What is moral rectitude? Moral rectitude is a society's adherence to rightness of principle or practice, the exact conformity to truth or to the rules prescribed for moral conduct, either by divine or human laws. Rectitude expresses an uprightness of mind, an uprightness of character, integrity, honesty, and justice. These character traits were known by our ancestors as mayat. Uprightness in character is a consequence of being both honorable and honest. Thus, civilized greed has robbed us of rectitude. Rectitude pertains to rightness of principle or practice. Rectitude promotes exact conformity to truth or to the rules prescribed. Uprightness of mind, uprightness of character, integrity, honesty, and justice. Rectitude leads man to make the right judgment. Rectitude is needed for us to properly use the law of attraction or any other universal principle of growth. Rectitude will not allow the sanctioning of misbehavior with the intent to make that misbehavior a profitable venture. It will not do it. It will not do it. This is a delusion. Unethical actions are not inherent in our nature and therefore will not yield success for us as a nation. The systems that we need in order to foster and grow the correct mental and moral rectitude do not now exist, and we must reclaim our culture if we are to again produce men and women of high character and noble bearing. Our civil, religious, and educational training must all have the same value teachings and be respected and enforced by each of us if we are to be successful. What is the industrial incentive that we are being robbed of, and how does that robbery occur? The terms industry, industrial, industrious, in this instance, all refer to the capacity of the race to exhibit habitual diligence in any worthwhile undertaking, whether it is physical or mental. It refers to the persevering determination to perform a task. It is exemplified by the ability to be steadily and perseveringly active in a particular pursuit or aim other than sports, to have a persevering determination to complete a task. Our self-determination has been substituted or replaced with a dependency mentality that suggests to our mind, why should I do it when I can let someone else do it and then I can reap a benefit from their efforts? Coupled with this dependency mentality is an attitude that supports graft, a clamoring for anything free or at low cost. We fail to see and understand that all offers of free and low cost are designed to draw the supplicant to the will of the provider of the free and low cost goods, items, programs. As I was taught many years ago, quote, gifts make a boy out of a man. Stop letting people give you things. Next, outside the family we're talking about, okay? Next, let's look at the word incentive. Incentive is any motive power which inspires or gives direction to the mind or operates on the passions to guide you in a specific direction. Incentives are energizers, and energizers provide their own power to initiate or to undertake a determined action or to follow a determined course. Incentives themselves are not fulfilling, but incentives carry the promise of fulfillment when the objective of the incentive is realized or obtained. Give examples I have note to myself. Love, and I'm going to assume we have all experienced what we call love. All right? Love is an incentive. But love in itself is not fulfilling. It is the sharing of that love with the object of that love that is fulfilling. Love itself is just an incentive. You see her and say, ooh, man. But you can stop there. Right? Never fulfilled. You can see her, or she can see you. Same thing. You've got to act on it. You've got to act on it before its power is expended. You've got to learn to choose proper incentives. Because without proper incentive, we fail to mobilize our resources to achieve even those things that are easily within our reach. That much gathers more is true on every plane of existence. This is the law of attraction at work. To have more of anything simply requires putting the proper thought into existence and empowering it. No more, no less. It's just that simple. A problem we have is that we attempt to use universal principles for personal rather than racial gains. And therefore, in this effort, we fail. Hence the teaching of the prophet that, quote, withal, helping one another is the foundation of racial prosperity. Again, talking about misdirection. Through misdirection, our people are being led to use their motive energies in directions that do not best benefit the race. Thus, there is a net outflowing of energies and products or money away from the black community to the parasitic communities that feed off of the disorganized black community. We must begin to heed the direction of the Fahamme Rasool, where he says, quote, save your money and your labor and build your own